Good morning everyone, I hope you're well. Miss J and Pips here, ready to read you a story this morning. The title of our book is Hello Beaky and the author is Alborough. The blurb on the back says, an egg tumbles down through the leaves and branches and shatters into pieces on the rainforest floor. Out pops Beaky, a creature with a bright blue beak, furry flaps and a curly orange tail. But what is he? A frog? A snake? A fish? Beaky is determined to find out. Let's read the story and see if we can work out what Beaky is. An egg tumbled down through the leaves and branches and shattered into pieces on the rainforest floor. Out popped a fluffy creature with a bright blue beak and a curly orange tail. "Hello," croaked Frog, jumping out from behind a bush. "I'm a frog. What are you?" The creature looked confused. "Don't you know what you are?" asked Frog. The creature shook its head. "Then you can be my friend," said Frog. "I will call you Beaky. Come on, let's go for a walk." Off they go. It was very kind of Frog, wasn't it? "Am I a frog?" asked Beaky as they hopped along. Frog laughed. "If you were a frog," he said, "then you would be able to hop as high as me, and you wouldn't have those funny, fluffy flaps." "If I'm not a frog," said Beaky, "then what am I?" "I don't know," puzzled Frog. "I've never seen anything like you before, but you must be something. Everything is something." They're a little bit confused. I wonder how they're going to find out what Beaky is. Before long they found Snake. "What's he doing?" asked Beaky. "Slithering," said Frog. "Precisely," said Snake. "It's simply splendid to slither. You should try a slither yourself." "Yes, have a try," said Frog. Here's Beaky trying. For he wondered whether Beaky might be some sort of snake. What do you think? Is Beaky a snake? So Beaky lay on the earth and tried to slither. Nothing happened. "Oh dear," said Frog. Snake laughed. "Too short," he said, and slithered off into the trees. Beaky and Frog hopped to the river, where they found Fish gliding about in the water. "I'm swimming," said Fish. "Come and join me in the water. It's lovely." "Good idea," said Frog, thinking that Beaky might be some sort of fish. "Try a swim." Beaky splished and splashed and flipped and flapped, but couldn't swim a stroke. "Oh dear," said Frog. Fish giggled. "Too fluffy," he said, and swam away. "Everyone knows what they are except me," sighed Beaky. He's feeling rather sad, isn't he? Feeling a bit blue and a bit down, I think. Just then he heard something singing softly far away. "Did you hear that?" he said excitedly. "Hear what?" said Frog. "Listen," said Beaky. "It came from up there." Frog looked to the top of the trees. Then he heard it too. "Someone must be up there. Someone up there must be really happy," said Beaky, "to sing such a joyful song. Do you think I could ever be that happy?" "Maybe," said Frog, "but not until we discover what you are." Then he had an idea. "Let's climb up there," he said, "and see if we can find out." Oh, they're going to have to go a long way up to get to the top of all the trees. So up they went, but the higher they climbed, the more frightened Frog became. So Beaky had to go on alone. On he struggled all through the day and into the night until he could go no further. Poor Beaky's left all on his own up there trying to get to the top of the trees. Oh, look at the colours in this page. It's gone all dark and blue. Now I'm lost, cried Beaky. I still haven't found out what I am. Maybe I should never have left the forest floor. Perhaps the song was just a dream. And with this thought, he slept. Oh, poor Beaky. There he is, all alone, feeling really scared. Can you think of any more words to describe Beaky, how he's feeling? Nervous, unsure, worried? All of those words. Beaky awoke the next morning to the sound of a familiar song. Looking round, he saw, circling in the air, a beautiful, fluffy creature with a bright blue beak and a curly orange tail. "What are you?" called Beaky. "I'm a bird," sang the creature. "A bird of paradise." "A bird?" said Beaky. "That's what I am." In his excitement, he jumped and skipped and dipped. He strutted, bobbed and trotted, and then he tripped. Uh-oh. If you remember, he was a long way up in the trees, wasn't he? So he's got a long way to go down. Down and down he fell, crashing through leaves and branches, down towards the earth below. "Flap your wings," called the bird. "Flap your wings." Beaky opened wide his fluffy flaps. "My wings," he cried. "These are my wings." And then with a whoosh, he began to fly. Up past the tree where Snake was slithering, down to the river where Fish was swimming. They finally all know what he is, don't they? And back to the vine where Frog was still waiting. He's a good friend. "Frog," said Beaky, "look at me. I can't slither or swim or hop like you, but I can fly." At that moment, Beaky heard the singing once more, and he seemed to be calling him. "I must go," he said, "but I'll come back and visit." Then he flew up towards the treetops. "Beaky," called Frog, "you haven't told me what you are." "I'm a bird," cried Beaky. Can you all remember what type of bird? "I'm a bird of paradise." There they are. The end. I hope you enjoyed that book. So Pips and I, we've got some challenges for you to do related to that story. So we wondered if you might like to find out what a bird of paradise is. I don't know any facts about birds of paradise. Don't think Pips does either. So maybe you could try and use Google to research some facts about birds of paradise. Or you could try and draw your favourite part of the story and then label it up with a sentence at the bottom to explain what was happening. That would be a nice thing to do. Another challenge you could do is go into the garden and try and move like all of the animals that were in the story. So try and flap your wings like a bird, slither on the floor like a snake, see if you can pretend to swim like a fish. Okay, see if you can move like all of the different animals. Or if you've got some teddies or maybe some grown-ups or brothers and sisters to help you, you can try and act out the story and each be one of the characters. Okay, we hope you have fun trying to do those challenges all about Hello Beaky. Take care and we shall see you soon. Bye!